The shift is not a physical shift, but it is a shift of the mind. So I begin to shift my mind from that employee mindset to the mindset of business owner, to the mindset of investors, where I can now earn passive income, where I can now run my business independently of me, where I can now build up business systems, structures that can work independently of me. That is what I've been able to achieve at the age of 32. I said by the grace of God, and also with the help of knowledge, with the help of books. These two books have really helped me. If you are opportune to come across this video today, then I'll tell you congratulations, because today I'm going to be sharing with you the secret behind my early retirement. Now, when we talk about retirement, what comes to your mind? What comes to people's mind? Many people see retirement as something that is only strictly for the civil servants. Let me tell you something today. Retirement has to do with everyone. Retirement is everyone's business. Whether you are a business person, whether you are a civil servant, even if you are a student, the early you retire, the better it is for you. I was privileged to retire at the age of 32. There are some things that I was exposed to at my early age. At my early age, I began to read books, and these books have opened my mind. It is indeed true that knowledge is power. These books have really opened my mind at my very early age, at my tender age, as early as when I was in GS2. I begin to read these books and I begin to practice them. The moment I read it, I will always want to look for an avenue to practice those things that I have read. And those things have really helped me. It has made my mind to be even more mature than my age. And that is one of the secrets that is behind my early retirement. In this context, when we talk about retirement, retirement is when your absence in your business no longer matter. When the absence, let me take it again. When your absence in your business does not affect your business, that means even when you are in the business or when you are not there, your business keeps running. I was able to, by the grace of God, and also with the help of knowledge. Because there are some things that God will not come down to do for you. You need to seek knowledge. Financial education is very key when it comes to being wealthy or when it comes to making wealth. You cannot take away financial education. I will recommend this book, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, to you. This is one of the books among many books that has really fed me financially, that has really helped me to grow to this level. Yes, The Rich Dad, the Poor Dad exposes my mind to two characters. I begin to see the way the rich dad thinks. When you approach anyone today, you ask the person, what do you want to do? He will tell you that after school, I want to get a good job. I want to work with the oil company. I want to work with the bank. That is what most people say. They are so attached, they are so cling to job security. The way people see job, they see job as their alpha and their omega. It is very few people you will see that are going into businesses. Do you know that even job that you are doing presently now, it is in a form of slavery? Because when you look at the commitment you give to your job, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I want you to reset your mindset when it comes to making money. Your salary cannot make you rich. When you go to work early, you face traffic congestion on the road, you stress yourself to the extent that you need to wake, especially for those of you that live in Lagos. Lagos is a place that if you want to meet up with your time, you need to wake up as early as 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. to meet up to beat the traffic congestion so that you can be in the office early. Imagine you living such life for a number of years, and after that you will now come and retire at the age of 50 or at the age of 60. You have already used your energy to work. Then what energy is left for you to enjoy? Now, let me tell you something about business. There is so many leverage that you get from business. Business, you can run your business the way you want it. You will create the blueprint of how your business will work for you. You will be the one that will set in place, that will lay down the rules, that will lay down the regulations that will govern your business. You are in charge. I'm not talking about the retirement that when you get to the age of 60 in civil service, you will now write your retirement letter. I've retired from service, and you stop earning salary. I'm not talking about that type of retirement. The retirement I'm talking about here is a state where your absence no longer have any effect on your business that you are running. Are you getting me? So if the mind you have is that mind of any salary, then you are not yet on that path to growing wealth. You are still in the left side quadrant. Another book again is the cash flow quadrant. Now, talking about the rich dad and the poor dad, I begin to see the way the poor think. The poor are always cling to their job. They feel they see their job as the master. And that is why they are always slave to their job. Why the rich always see their work or their business as a slave. And that is why their work serve them. That is why their work or their business work for them and make room for their bills, take care of their expenses. Are you getting me? The poor, they work for earned income, but the rich enjoyed what we call profits. They enjoy what we call dividend. That is what the rich enjoy. That is the income of the rich. Their income is profit. Their income is dividend. It is not an earned income. It is not income that you need to work before you will get. Any income that you need to work before you will get it, you need to put in an effort before you will get it. When I mean effort, I mean your physical effort, that you need to put in your physical effort before you will get it. Then that job is giving you what we call an earned income. Rich Dad Poor Dad opened my mind to that extent. And I begin to think like the rich dad. I said, oh, it is the rich dad character I want to emulate. I love everything about the rich dad. The rich dad always want to see an opportunity where he can invest. It's not after the grades in school. I'm not saying you should not do well in your academics. Do well in your academics. But the more important thing is your cash flow. Anything that it's not bringing in income to you is a liability. The rich will always want to build up their assets. They will always want to increase their assets because assets can give them room to get loan from the bank. Because the bank will always want to give them loan considering the asset that they have. So that book was one of the books that helped me. The rich dad, the poor dad. It began to reset my mind. It began to make me to think like the rich. And I begin to practice it. Any little part I've read, I will want to exercise it. I will want to. do it. I will want to put it into practice. I will want to see it real happening in my life. And I begin to do it gradually, gradually, gradually. I was once an employee where I also earned salary. And before you know, I begin to build my business gradually, independently of me. Let me even tell you now, my business is not even in the state where I reside. My business is somewhere in another state, and I'm somewhere in that state, and it is running effectively without me. At that point, you can now say you have retired. So retirement should be everyone's concern. If you are getting value from this video, please go ahead, give a thumb up, and do not forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out in any of my helpful content that I usually bring every week. So you need to change your mindset. How do you see money? Very important. The way you see money will determine what money will be to you. It is very key. So you must ensure that you get knowledge, because when you get knowledge, it will help you. And the right application of that knowledge is also very important, because there are some people that have that knowledge, but they don't apply it the way it is expected of them. So that book was what really helped me. So I was able to utilize every opportunity that comes my way. Anytime I get any investment that I can invest my money, I will want to get reasonable knowledge about it. And the moment I get that knowledge, I will invest the money into it. That is another thing I do. And that cash flow quadrant made me to understand that if you want to be wealthy, then you need to shift from the left quadrant. You need to shift from the employee quadrant. You need to shift from the self-employed and move to the right quadrant. The right quadrant is the quadrant for the rich, the business owners, the investors. That is the quadrant for those people who want to be wealthy. That is it. So I begin to work with that mindset. I said, okay, that means even if I'm an employee now, there's no problem, but I can shift. There is room for shift. Say it. There is room for shift. If you are with me, let me hear it on the comment section. There is room for shift. So if you want to shift, it is your choice. I was willing to shift with whatever it takes within my ability. I was ready to shift from the left quadrant to the right quadrant with the change of a mindset. The shift is not a physical shift, but it is a shift of the mind. So I begin to shift my mind from that employee mindset to the mindset of business owner, to the mindset of investors, where I can now earn passive income, where I can now run my business independently of me, where I can now build up business systems, structures that can work independently of me. That is what I've been able to achieve at the age of 32. I said by the grace of God, and also with the help of knowledge, with the help of books. These two books have really helped me. The Rich Dad, The Poor Dad, and The Cash Flow Quadrant. If you have seen this book before and you have not read it, I recommend these two books to you. The books are very rich. They are books that when you read it, it will open your mind. It will help you to begin to think like the rich. You want to make money? It is not in the work you do. It is your ability to think. Napoleon Hill, in his book, he said, think and grow rich. So it is not in your work. It is in your ability to think. Change the way you think. Begin to think like someone who wants to become rich. Begin to build your assets. Begin to create cash flow. It is not in the work you do. It is in your mindset. If you want to be getting more of these helpful tips, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and do have a lovely day.